This is real, this is seen, I'm as emo as I will ever be now. What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to my channel. So if you grew up around the mid-2000s as a teenager like I did, you will be familiar with the golden age of the Disney Channel, where we had all of these amazing TV programs that we still reference today, like Even Stevens, That's So Raven, Lizzie McGuire, Phil of the Future, and beyond, which coincidentally also happened to be the same time period as when emo and pop punk was really taking off in the mainstream media, which begs the question, do these two worlds collide in any regard? Well, today we are going to dissect just that. We are going to find out if all Disney stars were secretly emo. So if we think about this era of the Disney Channel in terms of fashion, in terms of image, they had a very particular aesthetic that they were going for. It was lots of neon, lots of ugly layering of clothing. Like all of their female protagonists sort of just looked like they fell on top of a bunch of mannequins at Justice. The outfits like didn't make sense. It was this sort of like good girl image mixed with edgy, and it was just a lot. It was a lot. The Disney Channel was amping it up with the amount of extra during this time. It is also a known fact that Disney stars, when they do choose to sign on with the company, have to follow a bunch of different rules. They can't smoke or drink. They have to abstain from provocative actions. They pretty much date only within their own social circle. You're basically recruited to represent the American ideal. So with that in mind, naturally, once these stars were able to escape their contracts, they all sort of flocked to their rebellious stage all at once in like a big rush. So I mean, it's kind of funny how it happened, but it also makes sense. So a lot of this is going to be based on timing, so let's just go ahead and get started. The first starlet that I am going to talk about should come at absolutely no surprise. I think out of all of the Disney starlets to come out of this time, she was easily the most emo passing, and that person is Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato is of course famous for starring in the hit movie Camp Rock, as well as her own series Sunny with a Chance. While she was still under the Disney Channel label, she put out a lot of solo music. A lot of it was very pop punk influenced, notably the songs La La Land, Get Back, Here We Go Again, etc. And then we sort of get to her dating life. So she's dated around quite a bit. Her first known boyfriend, Jonathan Fryer, was like super emo. I mean, just look at this guy. I don't know who he is or what he's famous for, but he just screams MySpace. She also dated Alex De Leon from The Cab, as well as Miley Cyrus's half-brother, Trace Cyrus, famously known as one of the musicians in Metro Station. Once she got out of the Disney bubble, she began collaborating with all of these other pop punk acts, notably Will Be a Dream by We the Kings and Irresistible by Fall Out Boy. She's also been known to sing along to bands like Paramore and Under Oath at emo nights. She actually did a cappella rendition of Misery Business at one particular emo night when the speakers blew out. Additionally, she has been reported to listen to Say Anything's Is a Real Boy album at the gym, and she has been photographed wearing various scene-related merch in public and on stage. So I mean, she's definitely got her emo cred set straight. Like it or not, your girl's a scene kid at heart. Which leads me to the second starlet on this list, who is Bella Thorne, who is most famous for starring in the show Shake It Up with Zendaya. So Bella Thorne's reputation as a whole has been a lot more on the bad girl side in recent years. Before she became sort of the rebellious person that she is today, she notably dated Tyler Posey from Teen Wolf, who is also coincidentally an emo kid at heart by fronting bands like Disappearing Jamie, Pavements, and Five North. And I believe he also hosted 1 year of the Alternative Press Music Awards. Anyway, this is not about Tyler, this is about Bella. Let's get back to her. Her other ex-boyfriends include the late famous emo rapper Lil Peep, who she dated prior to his passing in 2017, as well as Black Bear that same year, who she has also DJ'd emo nights with. Again, compared to most Disney Channel iconic shows, her career sort of came later on, but I think if she had kickstarted her career with the Disney Channel earlier on, we definitely would have seen more scene content from her. So now we move on to actually who are the only males on this list, I just realized. But anyway, not surprising in the least, it's the Jonas Brothers. We all saw this coming. The Jonas Brothers also had their own short-lived TV show on the Disney Channel called Jonas. I think they played spies for some reason. But if you know anything about the Jonas Brothers, you'll know that nowadays, since they're back together. They definitely have more of a pop sound as opposed to a punk one, because back in the day, Jonas Brothers were basically a pop punk band. Just look at them. Don't tell me this isn't a pop punk band, because look at that. Look at that. Look with your special eyes. One of their first singles was even a cover by Busted, who was like one of the most well-known UK pop punk bands of the 2000s. They also co-starred in Camp Rock with Demi Lovato, and in recent years, Joe Jonas pretty much single-handedly leaked the entire MCR return. This was a big scandal. So basically, MCR had not been together for 7 years at this point, and Joe Jonas was apparently at the studio where they were rehearsing their comeback, and not realizing that they hadn't announced their comeback yet, he pretty much exposed their reunion to the internet, and everyone died. Just what an iconic moment in Americana, am I right? Alright, so we've talked about Demi Lovato, we've talked about the Jonas Brothers, so naturally, kudos to you if you get the reference there, we move on to Selena Gomez, famous for her role in Wizards of Waverly Place. So when I think about like emo culture and how it's affected the Disney Channel as a whole, Selena Gomez wouldn't necessarily be the first person who comes to mind, but certainly not the last either. To this day, she remains close friends with Jonathan Cook of the band Forever the Sickest Kids. She even provided guest vocals on a version of their hit song Whoa Oh Me Versus Everyone. While she was with the Disney Channel, she had a rock band titled Selena Gomez and the Scene prior to going solo. And if you're really deep into Disney lore, like I'm not, but I researched, you will know that she had an infamous emo vlog with Demi Lovato, which was actually later parodied by Miley Cyrus. So yeah, she's not as clean as we thought either. But speaking of Miley Cyrus, who you would assume would also be on this list given who else has been on it and the time frame we're talking about, I actually found that her younger sister Noah was a little bit more on the emo side. So like I just said, she is the younger sister of Miley Cyrus, which makes her the younger half-sister of Trace Cyrus from Metro Station, as I mentioned earlier. Noah Cyrus actually made an appearance at an emo night with Trace back in 2017. I don't know what it is with 2017, but apparently that was just like the year of the emo night. Like literally everyone was doing emo nights during this time. She also dated self-proclaimed emo rapper Lil Xan and sold her tears in a bottle after their breakup for $12,000. Dang! Listen, I'm a Cancer. I will gladly cry on the spot for you anytime that you so choose, and I will sell you my tears at any given moment. So if that's what you kids want, you don't need to be paying $12,000 to this girl for her tears. I will do it for you and send it to you for free. I'll even put it in a nice travel bottle from the Dollar Tree. I just got a bunch the other day. I got you, fam. On top of that, Noah Cyrus has done a good job of being very open about her struggle with depression and anxiety. Again, I think the way she grew up in the era that she grew up in, as well as just constantly being in the spotlight, definitely can have an emotional toll on actors and actresses. You have to keep this pristine image, so once you're out of that, all hell breaks loose. Yeah, I would say the amount of supervision post-Disney is loose. But anyway, nearing the end of this list is a bit of an unexpected one, but if we really analyze her acting roles, you'll understand why. We have Vanessa Hudgens, who notably starred in the hit Disney Channel movie, probably one of the most iconic Disney Channel movies of all time, which is High School Musical. Now, if you know anything about Gabriella Montez, you will know that her character is supposed to be like the good girl. She is a science whiz, gets all A's and dresses in these cute little clothes, but post High School Musical, we saw a whole different side of Vanessa. Following High School Musical, she starred in Todd Graff's Band Slam, which focuses on a high school battle of the bands. Her character's name is literally Sam with a 5 in it, but the 5 is silent. And boy, if just looking at that didn't give me war flashbacks to instant messaging people on AIM, then I don't know what does. She also starred in the drama movie Gimme Shelter, which if you look at her character, basically looked like an emo boy, and this was supposed to be like her breakout edgier role. In general, she just seems to play a lot of eccentric characters, sort of on the artsier side. Like in recent years, she played Maureen in the live-action TV film version of Rent. I would say most of her rebelliousness comes from the roles that she's played. Conversely to the last 2 entries on this list, which both come from the show The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, probably one of the best shows to ever come out of the Disney Channel in my opinion. But we're not focusing on the Sprouse twins. We are actually focusing on its two supporting characters played by Ashley Tisdale and Brenda Song. So as we all know, Ashley Tisdale had a singing career as a solo artist with Disney with her album Headstrong, which again was supposed to break away from not only her good girl persona on Sweet Life, but also her role in High School Musical as Sharpay. Later on, she also starred in the music video for the Boys Like Girls song Love Drunk, as well as dated their frontman Martin Johnson. And look, I don't know what it is with Trace Cyrus, but apparently he has 6 degrees of separation from everybody at Disney because he also dated Brenda Song and was even rumored to be having a child together. I talked more about this in a previous video, but again, that is the Disney Channel during this time in short. I hope this kind of made sense. Listen, when the only thing you know for the entirety of your childhood is the TV program that you were signed to, and then suddenly you're exposed to a whole new world of black nail polish and eyeliner, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? But that is the end of this video. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a like below. What was your favorite Disney Channel show growing up? Make sure to tell me in the comment section below. Also, if you're new to my channel, hello, how's it going? Make sure to hit the garbage out of that subscribe button, also hitting the bell icon next to it to get the first notice of when my videos go up. I upload every Thursday. To all of my subscribers who have been here before, thank you so much for watching week after week. It really does mean so much to me. Well, I'm gonna go binge watch every single Disney Channel show in chronological order now, so I will see you guys next time. Bye!